Welcome back. Felix Duke says so. Don't touch the dial. It is still Sugar and Spice. And like I promised earlier, we have an exciting bumper package for you on Sugar and Spice today. Like I said earlier, this particular guest of mine is a banker. And from his look, you would understand why I said he's a banker without even having to ask him. You can tell that he's a banker. However, he's doing things differently in another sector as well. I welcome you, the one and only AY Swag. AY Swag, thanks for coming on.
All right, thank you very much.
It is a pleasure.
Oh wow, all that for me, really?
Yeah. I know. I've just begun, so just
I'm
relax.
beginning to feel like I have an award already.
Yes, the awards are waiting. They're just lining up for you to pick up.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here.
Thanks for coming once again. And I'm looking at you. You know, normally you don't want to check out, you know, I've heard of AY Swag. But then one would think AY Swag, it has to be maybe something of hip-hop, and you just generally think secular. And here you are doing gospel. Particularly, you said you do gospel cover for hit songs, like the one that we're particularly familiar, I am particularly familiar, which is the Dorobucci.
Yeah.
However, what informed this? Before what informed first, I'd like to know your real names first, just for the benefit of you.
Okay, my name is Ayolo. Like,
is he a Yoruba?
I'm a Yoruba. Well,
what part of Nigeria would that be? Let me see whether it's in
I'm from Ogun State, Abeokuta, Ogun State.
Oh, the peace-loving people.
Yeah.
And I am.
We are.
Okay, now, AY Swag. How did music start for you? You know, some people say like it came from their mother's womb. Some people, when did this start?
Okay, I would like to take a clue from what the real AY said during the MVCA event. And he said there was a particular time he was not feeling himself. And I work in a bank, and most of the time we do want to go out and have fun, especially we'll go to clubs. And I see the passion where people would want to dance, you know, the popular songs and all that. And, you know, I don't feel myself in that gathering, and I felt to myself that why should people not also do this in the house of God? Why don't we have that same passion? Like you see people dancing, but in church we go like the normal missionary, you know. We don't want anybody to. We are all dressed up, all looking nice and all that. But in clubs you see people like you want to loosen up and all that. So we said, okay, what if they hear the same music they are hearing, and they are able to have that lyrics that would praise God, and at the same time would add value to their lives, because all of my lyrics in all the covers I've done, they are prayerful, and they are passing message, positively affecting people. And the number one beneficiary of those lyrics is also myself, because I understand. Because I know where I started from, and I know where I am today. I am, you know, talking with glory to God, being on set with, you know, people like you, and it's just because there's a passion to reconcile people back to God with what they're already familiar with. And but recently I still had a ministration which is going to be like the gospel music will last forever. Okay. Even after we're out of here, it's still going to be gospel music. So why not let us do what we're going to be doing when we're out of here? Okay, while you're doing what you're doing, I'll take you back to the question again. For some people, you know, were you always like in the choir, or you just out of the burning desire to just make people familiar with this with popular hits that brought you into music, or you'd always done this? Okay, I would say I'm not really like I would want to go into music. Okay. That's the truth. Okay. I have a job as a banker. This is like a plan B for you, or like a vocation? You know, like I said, I'm a banker. It's though I've been in the choir, I know what it takes to sing. I sing well in church. I sing well. I also hold events. I sing in weddings. So I have that feel of music, the background of music. But this particular thing that I'm presently doing, you know, really it's informed by God. It's something that I've tried to hold myself back. Not doing it. I listen to this popular hits and something translates them naturally to me into gospel. And I said to myself, people will say, why you're not original, why not do your own thing? You know, lots of discouragement, but something kept pushing me. I just found out that I've not moved an inch in my life. I just see myself being stagnated in just one point until I have to go into it. So it's actually God calling me into this ministration per se. And so that is so
it's more like a calling.
For me, it's more like a calling. It's not like I'm doing it for any additional gain. It's something that I just love doing. I have the passion for it, and I'm called to do it.
Okay. Like they say, when God gives you a calling, it gives you the room, the ability to pull through. I'm looking at how rigorous and tedious banking could be. I have a lot of banker friends, and the stress is just unimaginable.
Exactly.
And having to do this together, how has it been? How have you been able to juggle?
We'll just say it's the grace of God, because if it's something that, because I usually clear the hair most of the time, people would say, you're doing this for money, so don't give us those stories and all that. If I was doing it for money, maybe by now I would have broken down. I would have given up. Because entertainment is actually very expensive.
It's good to hear that. You know.
And of course, because there are expensive people everywhere. And so for me, it's really, like I said, it's inspirational. I get my lyrics directly where I don't even want to. I probably may be doing something at work and it comes and I just pick up my pen and there it goes. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah. And I say to people would call and say, why, so please, I like this particular song, help us turn it. I'll be like, I don't turn it myself.
You have to be led, seriously.
The Dorobucci came at a point when I have a friend that we're very close and we work together, we do everything together. And I told her, I said, I'm going to do Dorobucci. You're like, with this bankings, job and all that. And after one day I just called her, I said, I've already done it. How are you able to do that? It just comes in minutes. Like God just, it comes and everything flows in through. And so it's just the grace of God. So it's not really hard for me.
Okay, now you're making it seem so easy, because some of us might just be considering, after we've heard from God, to now decide to start singing. But away from that, God calling you, and that I'm looking at people saying that what we are today is as a result of what we've been in the years past. It will be quite encouraging for anybody watching you now to say, oh, it's easy for him, maybe because he grew up in church. Who exactly is AY Swag? I'm looking at just giving us a brief resume, so to speak, of AY. What was it like educationally for you?
Okay, of course, thank you for that question, because of a truth, you don't just become what you want to be if you don't go through some stages. Processes. I had my primary and secondary educations in Lagos, and I went to Federal University of Technology, Akure, and I studied estate management. And of course, after that time, you know, all I've thought I would be doing is real estate.
Because I'm surprised I was going to ask.
Because of my
your background in estate.
I don't wait for you to ask.
Smart you. You got me there.
Of course. And I had a delay in my NYSC, and that was the time that I gave up. I said, why would my friends be serving I will not be it. And of course, God was actually planning you for something better, because that delay made me to get my posting into a bank.
Which is why?
Which is NYSC.
So in a way you waka.
So
not only you waka.
So and have God is just great that posting.
That's the sector
they
you're
came,
enjoying.
Of course, they came to pick me from the camp, you know, with the official car.
Are you for real? That's a VIP.
Yeah, VIP, and I was, you know, given a guest house to stay. Very good bank.
That can be in Lagos.
Very good bank. Yeah, that happened in Umuahia, actually, Abia State. And I said to myself, so sometimes it's actually good to wait, especially when God is designing you
that's a lesson.
for something. So after waiting, after that NYSC process, I was the first person who was also called to start work. Like, I started work even before.
You were retained?
We were retained in that same branch. So I like to do things, I like to do my things diligently. I like to be relevant. I don't like to take things for granted just because I know I'm working in the bank and I like to do my things very well. So banking was it for me. It wasn't music. So each time I visit Lagos, I'll go to my church and they will be so happy that each time I sing, I see this new feel in the church. I see that is the time we even get more money as a choir, because people will come and spray us and people would, why not face this? Why not do this? And I fear of the unknown. I'm like, no.
But if God calls you, it makes room for you, seriously.
Of course, if God calls you.
So now, I would just like to hold you for that. Talking about diligence, hard work, and all that has paid off for this fantastic, young, dynamic gentleman, AY Swag. It is only proper for you to see what AY Swag is all about. There's this video, Dorobucci, from AY Swag. We'll be back.
Hello viewers, my name is Jenny O and I'm reporting live for Covenant Light Network. I'm right here in Lagos, Nigeria, and it's all about AY Swag. AY Swag will be playing the role of Jesus Christ today as he hosts his 12 disciples for the dinner aptly tagged The Last Supper. So we'll be bringing you all of that right here on Covenant Light Network. My name is Jenny O, keep it here.
Marvins Crew on the Rose cover. Let's go down. You go carry, you go make up, you go marry, you go born, you go hammer, you know say you go wedding, you go dance, you know say you go flourish. Jehovah Nissi is where you did dream, of course. Jehovah the all-sufficient, no need to worry. Jehovah scatter your enemies for their gathering. Jehovah get money past anybody. Jehovah Nissi, Jehovah Shammah, Jehovah Jireh Elohim, Jehovah Rapha, oh yeah, well. Fresh, you go quick, you go happy, you go carry. You don't pick past anybody wey try to pull you down. You don't get money past anybody wey dey block your way.
Jehovah Shalom, Jehovah Nissi, Jehovah Sabaoth, Jehovah Rapha, Jehovah Rohi, Jehovah Jireh, you're my provider. Jehovah Rapha, you're my healer, Almighty Father.
Swag's video on Dorobucci. I'm sure you enjoy that, AY Swag. That was some video. First of all, I like the fact that it was particularly a clean video that reflected and in a way did kind of pass the message. Looking at how you feel about with all those people. Are they friends or are they artists?
we meet one way or the other. You know, God designed everybody in that video. There was a purpose why we met, and at those times, that's why I said I take all opportunities. I take them to mean something to me, because Dorobucci had not even been in the picture when I'd been friends with all of them, and of course they are doing well in all their own fields. And now, of course, gospel is the way. I've been able to impact most of them, and we are now doing gospel things, and we will keep doing gospel things.
That's encouraging to know, because in some cases you have a situation whereby some people started out in gospel, and at the end of the day they think that, secular music tends to sell more, but you're saying it for a fact that it will be gospel for you.
It will be gospel for us.
So, saying it will be gospel for you, how do you intend to take that further? These are covers now. Is this something you intend to keep doing? Because this is new. You just stay on this particular, you see hit songs, you intend to do covers for them, or there will be songs from AY Swag?
Okay, there are songs already from AY Swag. I did Odara Simi, which was my own song, because at the time people would think you're not original, you're not creative, you're not. Then I
tried to come up with a cover sincerely.
I tried to challenge one of them. I said, please, sir, could you do a cover? Like, you do a cover where I had sessions on radios all the time where they compare the original with the cover, and people call in to say, is it good, is it whack, or is it good? And out of all the calls, you will say that, like, all the calls, not even one would say it is not good, which means that anything you're doing, you must be able to do it right. So covers it's even a whole lot of
more work, because you have to do it better than the original.
You need to do it better than
convince,
so that the original person don't look at you and say, why did you spoil my song?
Why did you spoil my song?
No, when I met Casey did the Limpopo, which is Bless Me Tonight. And when I met Casey was able to say, wow, I love that. Impressive. I love that. And of course, in his interviews, he would say, that's why he had covers of his songs in gospel, which means those are danceable songs. So you must not go spoil it. So for AY Swag, there will be a whole lot more of my songs. I do more of hip-hop, juju, and gospel.
So you get people to dance. Because I really like to dance. So that would be encouraging.
If I take you on like 1 hour praise song, 1 hour praise.
Do good exercise, because I want to give you a way out to lose weight by the dancing. Maybe
you have physical blessings and you have spiritual benefits. That is how that works out. So you see why we need to do gospel now.
I get you now. And considering gospel and taking on covers, I'm looking at covers now. How many have you done so far?
Covers now, we've done 17 so far.
17. That's a whole lot.
That's a whole lot. 17.
The ones we're familiar with in Nigeria, for instance, or they're just all Nigerian artists?
They are all Nigerian songs.
Okay.
I did Aye's cover too, that I called Nababao.
Davido's
Kukere, that I called Moyege. I also did the P-Square Chop My Money's cover. So it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. And I was also able to do a praise medley that had more of the praise songs in the church and also with covers. So that's why I have Brian Moves, Arambe inside it. I have lots of good covers, and those covers are just out of this world.
The fantastic thing about covers is that listening to another rendition, or so to speak, lyrics of a certain music that you're familiar with, and then getting to appreciate it, I think it's a whole lot of effort.
Yeah, it is. That is why it's not me doing it. It's not AY Swag. Hey, it's all praise to God.
Thanks to God for that. And this is a weekend starter program, and we get to particularly tell our viewers what it's like with some celebrities that we've had there. what the weekend is like for you. What is relaxation?
Wow, it was
for a banker.
For a banker.
And then
okay, I would say I only relax when I'm trying to compose my songs and I'm trying to do maybe rehearsals for shows, because most weekends we had weddings and we had events that we had to go anchor. So, and recently I've been working over the weekend, so my bank demands that we work weekends.
Okay.
So after work on Saturday, what I do is to go home, I relax myself composing songs and trying to, you know, try to see how to better myself. That's basically what I do. And on Sundays I go to church. We do praise worships in church. I try to relate again with the owner of my life about God.
About God.
After which, the shows on Sundays are massive, because it is on Sundays that we go for different gospel shows. And we go there from a particular church to another, to another, to another.
It has to be God taking
you. It's not about getting paid for it. It's about God taking us to influence people positively and see a whole lot of them even advising youths that why not stick to this path. I think this pays better, you know, and you of course cleanse people's minds from the lyrics they are used to, those things that you know, those vulgar words that you can't even say outside. It cleanses their minds and they are able to go through with that and relate to God in spirit, and it reconciles everybody. So that's weekend for me. Weekend for you.
Good relax, a good relaxation. But to me, that is no weekend, because I mean you're working. But I'm sure to some people you've been able to at least give them a hint that you can actually relax while working, especially when God calls you to do something.
And you're doing what you enjoy doing.
Enjoying. They say, you know, work is enjoying, a good job is enjoying what you do. Right. And speaking of enjoying what you do, it's something that comes to mind ever so often. You, as an artist, you, regardless of the genre of music, you know, human beings are human beings regardless of where you meet them, whether in church or you are outside of the church. I've learned that over the years too, and I'm sure a lot of people would agree. However, you're a young man, and may I ask, are you married?
No, I'm not married.
Oh, so you're single and searching?
Well, I'm single. But
okay, this is Adenike Kinam. Just so you're interested in AY Swag, I've got his profile, and I know what he wants. So just holler at me, tweet at me. Just I'll give you the 411.
No,
I hope
God will choose for you. I
oh yes, you see, AY not showing now. No. They say God never comes down, so definitely there has to be someone somewhere, and then he will mechanize that. He would make that happen.
Of course, we're planning to get married very soon. So.
But the criteria, Uncle, what's exactly your ideal woman, AY?
Oh, my ideal woman, somebody
Job statistics, I'm writing it down so that when I...
somebody that is just diligent in anything she does.
Okay.
Not materialistic.
Diligent.
Not materialistic.
Not materialistic.
And a Christian.
Oh, that knows God.
And somebody who is willing to support my dream. Because we are going to be going all around the world. So, the truth, she should be there so that
the babe has to be diligent. Are you listening now, girls? She doesn't have to be materialistic. Then she must be a Christian. And finally, one who's a dream supporter.
Yeah.
A dream supporter.
Like AY's wife.
Like, oh yeah, now I get you. Like AY's wife. And I don't know where to put this. You've been such a fantastic guest.
Thank you very much.
I know that most people out there are watching to see what exactly is your motto, that driving force that takes you, you know, in a few words. Just say to the camera, let your fans and those that intend to be, just what is AY Swag's motto?
Oh, okay, for my fans, I would like to tell you that if your dream is not such that people would say, how do you intend to intend this, then it is not a dream. So for me, what has kept me going is the fact that I know where I want to be, I know what I want, and I know how to get it. And of the truth, I've been able to surround myself with people that will assist and help my dream grow. So whatever it is that you have in mind to do, how crazy it may sound to people, please follow your dream, because it will be that thing that will make you to be celebrated. My story is actually a testimony, and of the truth, I would keep supporting young artists, people that are coming up, people that I want to impact as much as I have learned in my journey to people that are coming up.
AY Swag, very touching, very touching. That's especially the part that you have to surround yourself with people that are going to support your dreams, those that are positive like you. On that note, I would like to say thank you for coming on Sugar and Spice. It is a pleasure to have you on, and we, as a team here, wish you the very best. I'm sure your fans too wish you the very best in your endeavor as a singer. I pray that the Lord takes you, your God takes you places.
Amen.
And that the devil will even be wowed.
Yeah, definitely.
He's wild already,
wild
but there's more to come from AY Swag. Wish you the very best. Still, Sugar and Spice, people. And we still have a little more for you on Sugar and Spice. Please sit back, relax. We'll be back after the break. Don't go there. Sugar and Spice.